Hey guys, welcome to Kipoerneke's Corner. I am over on EverQuest Legends, and I just turned a bunch of rusty armor into nothing because I attempted to make a sheet of metal out of it, and that did not go through. So the only thing that remains is this one chunk of ore, a small brick of ore is all I have left from the endeavor. And of course I got some skill points along the way, so that'll count for something. I was able to buy 100 of the sharpening stones and like 20 of the water flasks, which I then used during the process a good number of the waters. But yeah, so moving in the right direction, I think, as far as the blacksmithing is concerned. I feel like there are some more things. Now, I had heard you could combine something strange with the fish and get some kind of, I don't know, like a sushi roll top thing going on. And I haven't tried it yet. Let's click in to find. And I don't know if it's accurate or not, but it's what I heard. And so I want to go and give that a try. Also, if my voice is too low or too high or something like that, please let me know. I did a little bit of experimentation with that this morning to try to fix the volume on the mic. It's notoriously bad consistently. So I hoped that maybe adjusting it a little bit would be a good thing. I don't know. We'll find out, and I hope to hear from you guys on that. Now, where I'm trying to go is over here to the northwest area because actually maybe this is the wrong way. For some reason, I was thinking that there was an oven over here, but now that I'm coming over here, I'm thinking that that is incorrect. Maybe, let's see, what is this? Let's see. We've got a merchant there who really wants to sell me things. So this is an oven. I did get that correct. Wonderful. Okay. Now, I'm apparently walking constantly. Don't know why. There we go. Now, I don't recall what it was that we're to put here. I know that one of them was a fresh fish. The other thing, I don't know. Maybe we try some things. Let's move one fresh fish. Can I move it into the inventory? I don't know. It's not looking. What if I do manual combine and can I move it? I don't really see any way to withdraw it from the trade skill depot. Oh, wait. Hold on. What if we... All right. Hold on. Did I mess that up? Maybe we restart. The personal depot is turned on. What if we just type in the word roll? Pickled troll. It's not quite the same thing. I don't know if this was called a sushi roll or what they said it was called. And it may not show up because I don't have the, that's interesting. Because I don't have any recipe for it, I don't think. What if I just type in sushi? That get nothing. So yeah, I'm not really sure. And I don't even know what the second ingredient is, so. As far as just straight up things that say fish, we've got fish head soup, requires a water flask, a jug of sauces, and a pot. Now, I think maybe you can make a pot. Some of the stuff you can make from the blacksmith. I wonder if we could make a pot. That seems like a thought. Anyway, let's go check. Can we make a pot on the blacksmith guy? Maybe. Even if so, I probably don't have what it takes to do it, especially since I've lost my sheet of metal. What a shame, huh? I think the guy that I need to go to, the area that I need to go to, is, yeah, I have a lot of trouble finding. But maybe he's over here. Yeah, all right, right over here. This area there with the brawl bug fella. Let's zoom out a little bit. Because it's a tricky thing. I think it's this last one down here. So it's this this tunnel that goes down is the one we want to go in. And we're going to try to get down to the smith area so that we can use the forge that he's got down there. I don't know if it's called a forge in this game, but I feel like it probably is. Definitely called a forge in EverQuest 2. I've gone the wrong way, maybe? Yeah, it's not looking good. I think I better turn around. What have I done wrong? It's the question. It's very easy for me to get confused in here. I don't know. Maybe I went down the wrong tunnel entirely. Maybe I took a wrong turn in Albuquerque. Who knows, right? We're gonna go back and actually I'm gonna use these shoes, make myself go a little faster so that I can go the wrong way more quickly. All right, let's check this out. I need to go to Oggok here. Can that happen by clicking? Can I get a... No, I did not get a wisp that way. So let's do end find and then try the clicking again. But yeah, it's not gonna let me do it that way. So instead, let's just click find and go down to, I think his name was like a Oggok, right? Something like that. So there he is. Now, where is it sending me? So I was going the right way, it looks like. But, no, I was not going right. I had gone where? I had gone the down route, and this is over to the left of that. All right. Good to know. Let's see, what was the, okay, we needed a pot. And we obviously need the forge. Now I don't want to go quite that far. I guess I wanted BRD actually. Over here by BRD is the Ogre Forge, is what it's called. All right, now let's see if we can make a pot. Oh, that's the pot we need right there. So we would need 2 pot molds, the water flask, and metal bits. Now, how do we make metal bits, or how do we get metal bits? We're gonna go for metal bits. Okay, those are just called pot molds. We need 2 of those. Think about that. Metal bits can be made from small pieces of ore. We would need 2 of them. We currently have 1 of them. So I would need more rusty stuff to make small piece of ore. Let's see what all we can make that from. I know we can do it from all of these different rusty things that you turn into tarnished things, and then you break down into ore. What's this other way here? Having a smithing chisel and 1 small brick of ore would make a small piece of ore. Smithing chisel. Let's check that out. Where can we find a smithing chisel? Do you have a smithing chisel? Yes, yes you do. 3 platinum. Oh my gosh, that's so far out of my range. Can't even tell you. So that's fairly out of the question at the moment. Can we buy a pot from BRD, or does someone around here perhaps just have one sitting here for sale? I see that BRD does have some bricks of ore and pieces of ore for sale, so perhaps I could forego all the rest of that and just buy them. 2 gold and 4 copper, and all of this to make a pot, right? So was it a small piece of ore that I needed? Yes, so that we could make the metal bits, right? And we needed 2 small pieces of ore, I think. Currently have a small brick of ore. Is that right? I've already forgotten. It's a sad day. Things are so similar. Okay, we could buy the small pieces of ore. Is that how we make the metal bits? Gonna come back over here. Metal bits. Try hitting that again. There we go. Okay, so yes, 2 small pieces of ore to make those. All right, and how many do we need of those? What? We only need 1 of those. So, and 2 pot molds. 2 small pieces of ore and 2 pot molds. Try not to run into the forge too much. Small piece of ore, okay, by 2. And then, where does one get pot molds? What is the question? Let's try Pogalala over here. Maybe he has pot molds. Or maybe not. He's got some patterns. I give him that. Or her, as the case may be. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Let's come on this way. There's some more smithing supplies over here. I do not see a pot mold over here. So that's Grawlbug. So we've checked with him, we've checked with Blurgerda, we've checked with Puglala. We've not checked with Brana, however. Oh, hey, Bubble, how you doing? Bubble says, hi, girly, what's going on? I hope the day's going well so far, so good. How's about you? All right, so we checked those. Have not found the pot mold yet. But I do have the ability, perhaps, to make some metal bits. Maybe I should have gone ahead and done that while I was right there. Okay, we got pottery supplies. Seems like that's not very likely to have a pot mold on it. You know, you would think it might, but we got a pot sketch. And what's that all about? I'm in a sketch of a pot? I don't know. Unclear. How's about general supplies guy? He has nothing exciting, that's for sure. Okay, so let's just go back over and make those metal bits before I forget. How about that? And then we can worry about trying to find these pot molds. All right, metal bits it is. Oh, we have a good chance of making metal bits. Great. Failed. No, we did. We got them. Awesome. Interesting. So we got 2 metal bits from 1 combine. That's nice. All right. So now we have enough to make a pot. If only we had a pot mold. So let's now look back on the map. And we're going to go with find. What I need is another smithing supplies guy that I haven't been to yet. So we went to Grawlbug, we went to Puglala, we went to Gerda. So there's 2 over there that we haven't been to, Sakuna and the other dude over there, whatever his name, like Bub Gripper or something. Something like that. All right. Let's follow this yellow brick road and get over to The dude whose name I already have forgotten, but it starts with a C and he does smithing. Is it this guy inside this building? That's odd. Sukuna, smithing some fire. He does not have a pot mold. Alright, there was another guy on this. What's interesting is that it has him tagged as a weaponer on here, and it has him tagged as smithing supplies on here, and in the find, all very interesting. It's into the find. Find again, we got one more guy here. Smithing supplies, Bub Grib, but that's his name. Let's go check him out. Maybe he's hanging out in another area because he's the carrier of the molds. He doesn't want to go very far. He just hangs out over there. Let's get this armadillo on the way because, hey, armadillo meat, why not? All right. Let us turn that off so that we can see where we're going. And as you can see, the yellow wisp does continue to display even after you turned off the map, as long as you don't end the find. All right, so basically where we're going is the starter area, but we're going to definitely get this armadillo. I feel like, you know, since we're in the area where the armadillos are, we may as well just get them every time we see them. They're an easy kill, and we can get some armadillo meat that way. My understanding is that you can only get one artisan skill up above 200 skill points. But I figure whatever comes naturally is what we'll do here. Well, this is looking promising, right? Well, it looked promising, but it did not give us what we needed. Let's make sure. No, no such luck. What a shame. What a shame. So where does one get a pot mold? That's the question. Because one would love to have one. And they seem to be unavailable in Oggok, or else they're difficult to find. One or the other, I don't know. Got plate armor, chain armor. Now, you know, I can check these guys. I doubt that we're going to get anywhere with it, but I'll give it a go. See, here's another of the Ogre forges. Unfortunately, nothing to do with it because even though I have the metal bits, I don't have the pot molds. Is there a way, perhaps, can we make a mold? Is that a thing? Can a potter make a mold? And where does a potter do their pottery? That's another question. How does pottery work in this game? I don't have any potters over here. They're over back where I came from, actually. As far as I know. Let's check and see. Maybe there's more potters hanging around. Let's find out. All right, pottery, guys. You know what? Alchemy is another thing that I want to look into. I basically just want to look into everything because I don't know what's available. And I would certainly like to. That seems like it would be a good thing. So it looks like all of the pottery guys are over in that same area. All right. Well then. Well then. I suppose we'll make our way back over to the pottery guys just because I want to see, like, who makes the molds? Because a potter should be able to make molds. I mean, they're dealing with, like, plaster, right? I mean, it's not, I don't know. I guess it's not. Does that technically fall into pottery? I'm not sure. Mold making, anyway. You're messing with the same kind of stuff. You can make molds out of different things. You would think that, I don't know. Let's try Kerplui over here. Now, Kerplui has the pot sketch, which is very interesting. Is it interesting enough for me to grab? Maybe. Interadune says, what are you looking for? And don't remember ever making molds. I'm looking for a pot mold, but I cannot seem to find it. But I do see that this one has a pot sketch, which is, it's very tempting. What is a pot sketch? It feels like maybe I grab the pot sketch and then I can make a pot mold. I don't know. Maybe. I don't really understand the term pot sketch, but it feels like a possibility I can't ignore. It'll cost 5 gold. I have 5 gold. Let's just do it and see what happens. How about that? Interadune says, oh, yes, that's right. Oh, indeed. I just want one of them, thanks. Let's go with one. Is a big enough expense. Okay, now, let's right-click it, and nothing happens. Okay, alt-click. Ah, what a shame. What a shame. Well, I haven't a clue what to do with the pot sketch. Surely there's a place. How about this? Is this a kill? Maybe. It is. It's a kill. All right, cool. Now, in that case, how can we make a pot? That's what we need to know. We can. It's amazing. All right. It is the potters who make the pots. Wonderful. Okay, so we need an unfired pot and a high-quality firing sheet. Huh. Well, I have neither of those things, nor do I know how to get them. Can we make unfired anythings? No, we cannot. All right, unfired pot and a high-quality firing sheet. High quality. Well, let's start with that. Spelling it right is integral. Nothing there. Firing. Okay, so there's a firing sheet. Now, how do we make it high quality? Who knows? How does one make a firing sheet? One must have unfired gray jar and a firing sheet. Wait a minute. I'm completely confused. How do we have to have a firing sheet in order to make a firing sheet? This is one of those catch-22 type things. Intera says it's a pattern like tailoring, if I remember. Yeah, I think it's this sketch right here that we need, maybe. But unfortunately, I'm failing utterly. I don't know where any of these things are. I'm going to come and check and see if maybe somebody sells some unfired stuff, perhaps. We got a general supply person here, unlikely to have anything we need, but you know what? Let's find out. Nothing from Sinsol. How's about Kerplui? Kerplui, do you have anything I might need? No unfired things whatsoever. How's about Helgara? Helgara Dirt Carver. Also doesn't have anything, but look at that. She does have some high quality firing sheets for only 5 silver, the low cost. Let's grab one. I only want one. Intera says 1 large block of clay and a water flask. There was a pottery wheel next to the kill. Oh, that makes so much sense. Okay. The firing sheets are generally bought. How did I miss it? Ah, yes, right there. I'm blind. That is definitely a pottery wheel. Thank you. Metal bits in the sketch. I have metal bits. And I have sketch. What I don't have is a functioning search thing. Okay, so wait. We don't need... what if we just type in unfired? Let's see what we get. Unfired artisan's seal is all that I have. Now, what is an artisan's seal? Why would I want it? Those things I don't know. This is certainly not what I want, though. All right, let's see. Okay. We gotta think this through here. What am I doing wrong? Am I missing a pattern, perhaps, that I need? Let's come over here to these guys. Or a template. I see we've got templates, we've got sketches. What kind of a sketch might I need to make this work? It's definitely interesting. None of these things are really jumping out at me. Let's try Hogara again. Helgara sells various things. I see that one of the things that Helgara sells is a basic pottery book, which could certainly come in handy. I see she also sells the high quality firing sheet that we needed and purchased. We've got sculpting tools, might come in handy. But what I don't see is anything that will help me. It's gonna come back over here. Let's see. Tara says metal bits in the sketch on wheel, and then the sheet and unfired pot and killed. So are you telling me to just do like a manual thing here? I've accidentally gone to the merchant. Trying to go to the pottery wheel. All right, let's try it. Let's take one of these metal bits. Oh, I can't do it like that, can I? I have to click manual combine. Then we'll put the metal bits and the sketch on here, you think? The sketch is here. And then what? Combine. We good? Oh, wait. Yes, okay. Try it. Cannot combine these items in this container type. Not too surprising. Definitely would need, probably clay. Can't do it. It's just, would be clay and a pot sketch? Maybe? I don't have any clay yet. 4 item combine on wheel, says, in Terra. So like 3 bits of metal? You would think that the, pot sketch would give me a little information, but apparently not. No bueno so far. And water and bits. Water. I have some water. Water makes sense. Alright, I feel like the clay is going to come into play here, though. Probably need some to go along with the rest of this stuff. So, let's see if we can pick up a block of clay. Alright, let's see here. Do you have some clay? Okay. We got a small block of clay. That seems likely. Let's try that. 1 silver and 8 copper for our attempt. Okay, very good. And then let's go over here. Not here. We want to go here to this pottery wheel and go back to the manual combine. We're going to try again. All right, we're going to do, we want, let's see, probably one of these metal bits. They seem to have recombined, interestingly. Okay, let's put one of those. Let's put a block of clay. Water, if I can find my water, there it is. Just 1 water. And then you say metal bits, we'll try that. I don't know, does it take, would we want to put the metal bits yet? Seems kind of weird. Okay, that didn't work. Let's take out the metal bits and try again. Nothing. It wasn't the metal bits I removed, as it turns out. I did everything wrong. Hold on. Let's try this again. Okay, we've got our small block of clay. We've got our water. What we need is the sketch, which is here. Let's try it like this first and then add to it. Can't do that. All right, now we add back the metal bits. Try again. Nada. Nothing. Make sure I have this correct. Block of clay, pot sketch, water flask, metal bits. Maybe I need a regular block of clay and not a small one. Let's come over here, try seeing if we can get a regular sized block of clay. Not from this one, though. This one has nothing useful. How about this one? Regular block of clay coming up. 5 silver. Alright, done. Now back again. Alright, we've got the regular block of clay. Oh, wait. Manual combine. Alright, now. Regular block of clay. And a sketch. And some water. water somewhere. There we are, water. And we're going to try it like this, and then we'll add the middle bits. Okay. No good. Metal bits. Try again. Nothing. Doesn't like us. Oh, let's see. Oh, above the chemist says need a large block of clay. A large block of this. Maybe this is a large pot that we're making. And Terra Dune says need large block. It's 3-to-1 from small to norm. 3-to-1 for large. What does it mean? 3-to-1. 3-to-1. What's to 1 what? Interdune says small block of clay equals 1 block of clay plus 1 water flask. Yields 3 small. Okay, I see. Yields 3 small blocks. Okay. Block of clay equals 3 small blocks of clay plus 1 water flask. Large block of clay equals 3 blocks of clay plus 1 water. So this is how you make them. You use 3 blocks of clay and 1 water flask, and then you have a large block of clay. So you're just combining small blocks into larger blocks and getting larger blocks. Okay. So then the question is, does this person just sell a straight up large block of clay? She does. Unfortunately, it's very expensive, but we're still okay on gold, so that's fine. Let's go for it. Buy one of these large blocks of clay. Not 11, just 1. We'll probably need 11 in order to make one thing with it, but hey. We're going to start with 1 and see how fate sees it fit. Alright, back to this. Manual combine, we're going to do it again. Alright, so we've got a large block of clay here. Let's put it in there. And then we have the pattern, or the sketch. We've got metal bits. All right, let's take one of those metal bits. And then what else do we need? We got the clay, we got the pattern, we got the metal bits. There's probably water. That's the other thing, right? Okay, so water. It's too much for my tiny brain. Block of clay is larger. Combine. Hey, thanks guys, you walked me through it. Now, of course, we failed to make it, but that wasn't your fault. That was mine. All right, so, cool. Now we can go and purchase another large block of clay. Try this whole thing again. All right, we got this. What else am I missing? Oh, I have to rebuy the sketch too, huh? Oh my goodness. Expensive stuff, this. Alright. I think this one had the sketch, right? Pot sketch, right there. Yeah, 5 gold. My gosh. You're bleeding me dry here. All to make a pot. What a shame. Alright. Above the chemist says another quick tip is that you can hold control and click the stack of components to... Oh, very nice. You know, you can do that in EverQuest 2 as well, but I thought I had tried it in here and it didn't work, but if it does, that's amazing. Very good. All right. So here we are back at this pottery wheel so that we can lose more money. Oh no. I apparently accidentally bought 5 pot sketches. Huh. Well, that's a shame. Oh no. Okay. We'll just use one of those. Very nice on the control. Large block of clay. Let's get the 1 water flask and what else do we need? 1 of these, right? Okay, combine, and we failed to make a pot again. What a shame. I'm probably out of money for this. This point, let me move these a little closer. Because we would need what? We would need to get... We got the water flask. We would need metal bits and... Well, we're probably okay. Still have 13 gold left. Okay, so we would need... I don't know if I can buy metal bits from these guys. Kind of doubting it. Doesn't look like it. Not from this one, but certainly we could buy the other thing, whatever it was. blocks of clay. Large block of clay. Alright. Let us purchase another of those. And then go see if we can find some metal bits. You would think that those would be maybe available through one of these guys here. Above the chemist says also when buying you can hold control when clicking buy just by one item. Oh, that's very good information because I do silly things. Like accidentally buying 100 cloak patterns the other day and now just buying 5 somehow. How did I buy 5? I have no idea of the other things that I just bought. Let's see here. Metal bits? No such talk. How about you? You have some metal bits upon you? No, nothing. Alright, Blurgerda. Find you metal bits? Nope, no metal bits. Now, that being said, I could buy the... Let's see, what is it? Is it the... Some of this turns into metal bits, but I get confused on which things. I'll have to look and see which ones we can turn into metal bits. Let's come check on Growlbug back here. Growlbug, no metal bits here. Interadoon says, try the guy with sharpening stones. The guy with sharpening stones. I'm trying to remember where those are. I feel like these guys had sharpening stones, didn't this guy? Yeah, this is the guy with sharpening stones. No metal bits, but like I said, I think we can make some metal bits. If I come over here and I run this through the recipe thing, this is how I got them to start with. Was by making them, they're just regular metal bits. And we needed a small piece of ore times 2 for that. Small piece of ore. And maybe Blurgerda has some small piece of ore. For sure. Alright, so we need 2 of those. I'm almost out of money. Let's go ahead and do it though. 2 of those. To make, I think, 2 metal bits or nothing as another option. We'll see what happens. Interrogating says, think it's file and small block of ore. You did blurg. 2 small ore. Yes. Yes, indeed. I believe this is what we need. And then the water. And so let's combine this. Ah, we failed. We failed. 74% chance is the same as a 10% chance. Okay, let's try again. I think I'm running pretty low on funds at this point, though. With all my spending I've done here. Now, hold on. Small piece of ore, I think, is what I need. Let's not, we're gonna go up a little, make sure that's what I got before. Yes, 2 small pieces of ore. So buying 2 of them. Smithing. Boy, it's tough. It's tough on one's pocketbook. Alright. Let's go for metal bits. It makes me wonder, how did I get here? You know, how is this where I find myself? I like the skills to fashion metal bits again. Okay, I think that's about as much as of an attempt as I can make right now on the pots. Unfortunately, just out of ability to continue on that right now. It's good information on how to make the pot though, because I didn't see the recipe hanging around, and hopefully I can remember that. Probably I cannot. If I can, then that'll be phenomenal. And someday I'll be able to try again. Is that an armadillo? Where did he go? He's back behind me. But I don't actually see him. I just see this little gray dot, and I assumed it was an armadillo. Maybe it's not. Click on it. He's just not there. I don't know what to say. It's done. All right. And find, and let's go on to the bank over here. where we will deposit some things in the trade skill depot. If nothing else, I have managed to spend a lot of my hard-earned money. And Terradune says every time I kill one, it just disappears. What is it? The armadillos? So they just are gone forever. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know. It seems to indicate that there was an armadillo there, and I assume armadillo because that's kind of the only thing there is running around in Oggok, as far as like great things, right? So I had assumed it would be, but that is not the way things turned out. Apparently, maybe it was underground or something, you know. No XP or loot. Oh man, see the loot is what I'm going for really because I need that armadillo meat. Gotta have something to cook with. Okay, trade skill depot. Got these books. Can they go in the trade skill depot? They can't. Okay. Let's see. I don't think that I'm carrying around anything really that can, as far as this bag goes. I've tried it before, but I'm gonna just make sure. Now, possibly maybe stuff like this. No, it can. Looks like. Just want to clear the bags out a little bit. I don't think this goes in there. Maybe it does. Fishing bait? Oh yeah, that's right. We don't want the fishing bait in there because you can't use it from in your bags. Well, you can use it from your bags. You can't use it from in the trade skill depot. Fortunately, I now have plenty of things I can toss in that I just purchased. Alright, excellent. Made some room here. I don't really think I need these in there. What I do need is some bags. Unfortunately, I'm spending all of my money on other things. What a shame, what a shame. Alright, shut that off. And, you know, actually, let's not. Let's go back to the banker. Dragon's Forward. Oh, also, how about the equipment page here? Kind of had forgotten about that for a moment. It might be a fine idea to pull these items out so that things can merge with them while they're in the bags, and then we can put them in as time goes on, because I do plan to go out and do some adventuring. That seems like possibly a good idea. I only have 4 of my milk skins left, so I've got to be a little careful. I don't know how long each of them last, and I don't know how to find out. And also, ideally, could use more backpacks, as previously mentioned. Actually, these guys were made, these patchwork cloaks, so no reason to carry them along, because they are not going to stack with anything while we're out. Should probably take these rusty things, and the ones that I have here are the ones that I already had a bunch into, and so I didn't want to just trash them. I don't know why. Crazy, probably. But seems like it might be a good idea to have things auto merge in the bags, and then you know, ultimately take up less space, I think, and be automatically merged. Above the chemist says that unfired pot requires 56 skill and only has about 15% chance of success if your pottery skill is low. Oh my gosh. And I gotta tell you, man, my luck skill is very low as a personal aside. So odds are would need to get it up significantly higher than that. Interradune says refreshing drink is about 72 minutes. Now, how do you know if a drink is refreshing or not? This is the only one that I've seen that actually has the label on it. So anything else? Okay, so like you look at the foods and the only things that have those labels are the things that they gave us at the start right here. Everything else, like it doesn't tell you what kind of drink or food it is. Like none of these things do. So how do you know? Do you just is there any way to know, or do we just have to like learn it? Hold right click. Okay, right click, hold, and that's what I get. It's the same as if I alt. It's it doesn't tell me anything. It says its size is small. Is that helpful in some way? Size of the edible goo is also small. Skin of milk is tiny. Bread cakes are also small. Oh no. Interradune says, oh, in live it says what kind it is. I don't know how to tell any EQ Legends. Above the chemist says if you can raise your skill to about 40, then it becomes about 50% chance of success. That's really nice. Assuming EQ Legends uses the same combined success formulas, of course. Ah, yes. That is definitely good to know. So what I'm gathering is that as far as EverQuest Legends goes, there's not really any way to tell what your food does. And I don't know how to get that pot recipe into the book, so that's a little disheartening as well. I'm gonna put this illegible scroll in here. I have no idea what it's for, but I think it can sit right there just as well and be out of the way a little bit. Interradune says some stuff is like live, other things like old EQ. Yeah, I think that's what I'm understanding from people, because you know, I hear different things, and some of them are accurate and some of them are not, depending on when it was true. And of course, some things are new to EverQuest Legends too, so there's that. All right, I have a bunch of stuff in my bags now. I don't actually need these snake things, however. Let's not go around carrying those. Probably I can just sell them, honestly. But maybe they'll go into the Dragon's Hoard here. Oh, I have this weapon in here too. How odd. It's a cracked staff. Maybe I have another cracked staff I can combine it with. Doesn't really look like it though. Huh, no cracked staff. Do I have anything else that I want to pull out? Rusty battle axe? Sure. These rusty things. And then I should be able to combine them with these things. Alright, coming along nicely. You may wonder why I'm leveling up my rusty things. The answer is I don't really know. I just had them already kind of high. And so, you know, just decided it would be a wonderful idea to finish them off. No good reason. It looks like quite a few of the rusty things have gotten reasonably high on the old level. See what we have here going on. Rusty battle axe +5, mace +5, dagger +5, mining pick +5, scimitar +4, spear is only +3, short sword +4, two-handed sword +4. Thank you for the follow. Alright, so getting a good bit of the rusty stuff here. Up to snuff, as it were. Not that snuff is particularly high. Maybe I'll drop this on some new player at some point soon. Oh, subscribe to Prime. That's a great idea. It's a nice way to do that. I remember when I first found out that people could subscribe through Amazon Prime, and I'm like, that is amazing, right? Honestly, like, it's just another perk that I didn't even know was there. And so then I was like, I need to use mine. I've got a Prime subscription. May as well toss it towards somebody as well. No reason not to, right? All right, let's see here. Anything else I want to do? You know what? Yes, there's one more thing I want to do here. And that is we're going to go to actions and then loot window. And then I want to go to filters, and I want to look up each of these rusty things and set it to basically, if it's something that I'm working on getting better for whatever reason, then I want to auto merge it. Otherwise, I'll auto store it, I think. So merge the stuff that's 3 or higher, I think. And then the other stuff, we can just store it to get metal bits from ultimate. Okay. Looks like I have 5 things on the list of things to merge, and I feel like that's not enough. The window only holds 10 items, 10 results, and so it's possible that we don't have everything being displayed that we have here. It's looking pretty decent, though. I see that that's a +4. And it didn't show as such. The sphere is a +3 and also is not showing. So I'm gonna have to definitely double check each of these things. Spear, we got the scimitar, short sword, yes. Two-handed sword, got that. Okay, there's a mining pick. Mining pick is not showing on here, so we're gonna have to look that one up in a second. Dagger is good. Mace is good. Okay, we got the battle axe. Yes. Okay, so the only one I need to add here is the mining pick. So rusty, mining. Do I not have anything set for the mining pick? Maybe. I know that I've obviously looted it. So why, pray tell, is it not showing up? Don't know. Also accidentally opened a number of odd windows. Find item window, nice. I have no idea what I clicked to open that, but that seems good. What if it's F? No, F is not it. Got a inventory window is open. We got the sleep window obviously open. All right, well, good enough. We'll see if it pops up what it tells us. Hydrate, good idea. Wonderful, love it. Okay, off we go. Oh, I fell into the water. Oh my goodness. And that is a terrible thing because if you fall into the water then you have to come and try to climb the ladder, which is a lot more difficult than you might think. And then I just did it easy. I don't know how that happened. This is not the norm, I'll tell you that right now. Okay, so off we go into the wide blue yonder. Let's turn on the boots and then see if we can go cause some trouble out in the wild. Okay, one thing that I do have that I didn't have before was the spell Gate. So I can pop over to East Commonlands very, very easily. Before I get going on that, though, I want to try to see if I can put anything into these smaller bags because that's going to make more of my inventory available for other things. So there we are. We got a few slots open. We've got many things that will combine with other things. Did I fail to... Probably I did fail to pull a bunch of stuff out. Not in my equipment slot. My equipment slot seems perfectly happy. If I could grab a couple more bags, that would be phenomenal. Let's go check the parcels guy and see exactly how much things cost over there. I know he's near the exit. That's into Find here. And I think we can sort of make our way, trying hard to get off the tree. The tree is, man, this, you talk about a tree hugger. Kipoerneke certainly is that. Satchels. That's the guy I wanted. I said parcels, I meant satchels. I think I meant satchels. And I think I wanted a backpack? Pretty sure. Okay, it holds large items. Its size is large, its size cap is large. Does it hold smaller items? Hopefully so. So different things hold different sized items. We got a cask here. That's for brewing, of course. Got a large bag. What's odd is, it's a large bag, it's a closed container. What does that mean? Like, what's the difference between a closed container and an open container as far as this game is concerned? Can you spill things out of your open container? That would be interesting. Pretty sure we don't want to carry around boxes, but very interesting. I suppose the backpack is what we would need. We don't have enough money for a backpack. It would be very nice. What's the cheapest thing? That's the question of the moment. The bottle. Well, the bottle is totally useless currently. Followed by a purse. The purse holds 4 things. They all have to be small. Do they have to be exactly small or can they be tiny? I don't know. It's unclear. Wrist pouch is tiny. Certainly would. Now, why does the tiny thing cost more than the small thing? Are there more tiny things than there are small things? Belt pouch is also small. But again, why would we want to get the belt pouch, which costs more, instead of just getting the purse? I don't know. But you know what? The purse is better than nothing. And we can get it for a silver each. So let's get it. A couple of purses for the win here. Okay, so now, having grabbed those, can we put anything into our newly bought purses and make a little room in our things, in our bags that hold everything? These purses hold interesting things. If you can put your purse, your fishing pole in your purse, I don't know what I think about that, honestly. I'm uncertain how to feel. It's like the Mary Poppins purse. Okay. It's going along well. Okay, let's see. Leave that there. I suppose I could move some stuff down here temporarily, just so we can hold more. Okay, looks all right. Let's move this stuff over here so that we don't have stuff just going everywhere. Little organization goes a long way. Okay, got some slots now, and let's move on. And I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and gate over to our location that we chose to bind our soul, which was in East Commonlands, in the little tunnel there. And then we can head toward Befallen ultimately. So we go from East Commonlands to West Commonlands, and then Befallen. Oh, another thing I should do is switch my spell set first to buffs. I may already have it on. No, I don't have it on buffs right now. Maybe I did. Who knows? Maybe that is what that was. Okay, let's try putting these on. And then we can switch to our adventuring bar. And get better at abjuration a few times there. Okay. All is going well. We definitely use at least one more spell slot on this bar. Would be nice. I would like more than just one, but I guess I'll take just one. Did I finish casting this, or did I move first? Strengthen? Don't know. Yes, it did. Excellent. Okay, let's right-click this, load spell set, and adventuring. And then we'll have some in-combat moves we can make. All right, great. Now that I have more room on this bar, as a matter of fact, I can move things down on the bar, and then I could put my direct damage spell there. So what if we move Anthem des Arms to the last slot here? Take this off and find it on here somewhere. I know there's another way to do this, but I think in many ways this works better for me. Oh, if only I don't click buttons while memorizing things. Man, I tell you what. Okay, there's that, and then I want to move light healing over. So we'll move it right here. And then I want to put in, there's a, it's not a damage, I mean, it is a damage, it's not a, it's direct damage, there we go. Direct damage, and it's, I have 2 direct damage. Interesting. I just want Frost Rift for now, I think. Frost Rift did well for me on closed beta. So I think we do that for now. All right, and then let's save this as the adventuring bar of the moment. We'll overwrite that. There we go. And head on this direction. Quickly toward the danger. Okay. Yeah, I'm fairly happy with the way this is going thus far. Let's make sure the boots are going. I don't know, I may have already clicked it, but May as well click it again. Now, how's about this bear, right? He is a... what kind of a bear? He's a warrior. Having these long distance spells is going to be very nice for when things try to run away like that. I think they'll come in handy. See, we can cast quite a ways away, which is nice. Now, one thing I have to watch out for is that these guys don't love me. The guys around here, they don't think I'm great. Which is too bad because I am great. But what do they know? They're just humans. Human riffraff out here. So the large leaf scarab was somewhat impervious to the tainted breath and frost rift that we delivered. All right. Onward. Let's see what we have here. Oh, we got a guy in a fight. This is level 6 necromancer. He's not in a fight. He was in a fight. Now he's sitting down, recovering from the ordeal. Always tough. After a long, hard fight. Yeah. Okay. In just a second here, guys, I've got somebody asking me for a link to this, and so I better send that real fast. Won't take long. All right, there we go. The tainted breath can hit for quite a ways away. Not quite this far. Let's see. See how far. What's its range? Trying to see if I can see the distance between me and where it is. I'm not seeing it on the window here, which I don't know if it's possible to see it in this game or not. How far away it is? Maybe I don't know. Maybe it was there. Not sure. Ah, Bug of Joy tells me hello. I didn't see it till now. What a shame. I'll reply. As soon as we zone in. That was at 12:32. Well, that was a full hour ago. I'm used to there being some associated sounds in EverQuest 2 where they tell you it's like a pop sound. Oh no, I backed up. This is online here. It's invisible. Very difficult for me. We're just doing the little dance. East Commonlands, West Commonlands, East Commonlands, West Commonlands, you know? Oh man, tell you what. Okay, so I can stay on that chat window for now. I don't see any need to go into the other chat window. So that way, if I get more tells like that, then I'll be able to see it. Another thing is, I haven't checked to see if anyone I know is on. Let's go to, I think, players and then friends. And let's see, we do who Ah, now we have to go back here. No players. And then how's about Arindy? Is Arindy on? Nope, no players. Is Bugajoa still on at this point? Cannot perform that action right now. Please try again in a moment. Okay. A moment has passed. Yes. Level 13 dwarf in the Butcherblock Mountains at the moment. Cool. Excellent. Now, the question is, how does one get to the Butcherblock Mountains? I wonder if we could meet up and do things yet, or if we're still a little bit low for trying something like that. I don't think that my ogre would be welcome in the Butcherblock Mountains. Tends to be that the ogre is not welcome in places. But that's okay. Okay, we made it in here. I have my buffs on, that's great. I don't have any kind of shrink spell, that's a shame. But I am level 10, almost level 11. Let's see what we can do. What kind of trouble can I get into? Now the trouble, one trouble is that if I'm in the chat window and he gets stunned, I won't necessarily see it. So let's do it like this. Got a plague rat as well to contend with. Alright. Cloth sleeves and rusty mining pick. Let's auto merge the mining pick. And we'll also auto merge the sleeves and just loot. There we go. Alright. You know what? I don't think I want to go this direction. Oh my goodness. Ghoul Leader has offered you one phantom satchel. Thanks. Oh goodness. How do I... There. No open slots for the health item in my inventory. That's a shame. Not being moved because you cannot put containers holding items in containers. How do I deal with this? I don't know. So... Leader. Anything that I could give you in return. Now, how do I deal with this item that does not fit? Could I replace a backpack? Backpack number 3. Maybe. I can. Wonderful. Alright. So, that was not backpack number 3 as it turns out. There we go. That's better. Yes, did it. Okay. Wonderful. So, now, hold on. That was a whole backpack full of stuff? Craziness. What's in it? Who knows? Phantom plate helm. Phantom breastplate. What are they? Are they... Okay, it's temporary items. What does it mean? I don't know. I wonder. Are they decorative items? Can we see what they look like? Or do we have to put them on? How interesting. Let's definitely put on the band bracelets, that's for sure. Now, what do they look like? Are they fancy? Maybe. Sure, let's put on that headpiece as well. They're temporary items, so let's not forget that they'll disappear. But for the moment, we can put them on. Breastplate? Let's see here. Interrogator says, yeah, I went to Befallen on an ogre yesterday. Might be a deal breaker for me if no Sham Shrink. We get it at level 15, yeah. When you're DC, you're in Befallen on today. I am in Befallen, yes. let's see, put this on. Probably would have been a good idea to make sure that was a good choice. Actually, I think this dark mail coat is better, but that's fancy. I mean, that's some kind of look we got going right there. Ah, a cracked skeleton. Jumping on me. Also a sturdy skeleton. Oh, guess I'll get into combat mode here. Alright. Oh, interesting. Intelligence says you cloned yourself. The live stream on YouTube is different. That's interesting. What's the, how different is it? Is it just, on different, is it synced at different times? Should be pretty much simultaneous. I'm a fool. Why did I not replace my small bag with this bag? Because I can't. That's right. Alright, that makes sense. Don't quite have enough room to move the stuff yet. Interesting. Constantly. Okay. Back to this interesting experience here. We've got, okay. I was just checking this, and I think the dark mail coat +3 is better. Yeah, definitely better than the, well, endurance is up, HP is up, saves are up, strength and stamina. AC is down, but that's pretty okay, honestly. I think I like this better anyway. Let's put it back on, even though I gotta say, like, there's some fancy looks going on there for sure. Phantom plate bracers or the netted wristband. Well, fancy plate bracers it is. If I can find where this goes. It's very difficult for me. Okay, there's one wrist. And then the other wrist, where is it? Who knows? Who knows? There? Yes. Excellent. Then we have phantom plate gauntlets, which are much worse. The greaves, I don't have any leggings. How interesting. Let's put those on. Didn't I just check the... Yes, I just checked that. And then the feet. No good. Okay, cool. Alright, in that case, I now can move some stuff out of one of these small bags. And put my backpack over here. Because that cleared up enough room to do so. Now, which small bag is that? Who knows? Is it this one? Guess not. This one? Nope. There we are. Got it. Alright, put that over here. And then we can put the backpack here. Excellent. Alright. I assume that the temporary items which I have on will disappear when I zone. That's a complete guess. Don't think I've ever had a temporary item on before. Oh, I see. We got some... Interdune says you're in Oggok on Twitch. Well, that would be very strange. Still at Bang. And then Twitch is fine. I must have rewinded by accident somehow. Interesting. Oh, I accidentally linked the band braces there for a second too. Alright, let's get a little bit of dot going on guy number 2. We got some cloth wristbands here. Let's auto merge, and then I think we'll stick that in the auto store. And Terradune says it's normally when you log out for like 15 minutes. Huh. Yeah, plague rats in here. Okay, let's start with the large plague rat here. I think they're all warriors. You know what I didn't do? I didn't change the difficulty, so I'm in easy mode at the moment. Difficulty 0. That's unfortunate. Oh, here's the Shadow Knight that I wanted. That's good. I think he'll drop the key that I need. Terradune says you didn't used to lose by zoning or going into death. Interesting. So you have to log out to lose the armor. Interesting. In EverQuest 2, it's like if you have on something temporary, sometimes like there are temporary illusions you can do by consuming body parts of things that you have the lore and legend of. And so you can appear to be whatever it is that you have consumed the body part of. And then when you leave the zone, though, you lose the illusion. Let's get this neophyte here. We've got rat whiskers. Let's auto store that. And Terradune says yes, illusions you lose unless you have AA in Q1. Use your illusion. Lose your illusion? Let's toss this on here and then pop back over to the neophyte so we can beat up on it a little bit. Maybe I can get behind him. There we are. Legends, right? The one looked like an, or the L looked like a 1 there. These skeletons kind of try to run behind you. Notice this. They're a little more intelligent, interestingly, than some of the things. Now, I get it in Terradune, I understand. Okay, now, putrid skeleton once more. You can end up kind of running between these rooms quite a bit. The bag that the mage gave you might be temporary too. Very well, maybe, yeah. Back in the day, if you had items in there, they would vanish as well. Oh, really? But I think they made it so if the bag wasn't empty, it wouldn't vanish. Interesting. So far, I don't have anything in there that would just absolutely devastate me to lose, except maybe the small bag. I would remove that out. Just in case, because yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to lose the things in the bag. I realized that the bag may very well vanish, but I didn't realize that the stuff in it would. It's still on live. Only put summoned gear in the summoned bag. Makes sense. In this case, again, like I said, it's not as if I'm in any real danger of losing stuff. Other than probably if I put any, let's see, I think it's mostly, okay, I guess I could move some of this stuff out of there, and then it wouldn't really matter what goes in there. Keep the phantom stuff in there, of course. But yeah, we'll do that. That's good information just in case. Did not even consider that I might lose the items in it. There we go. Feel fairly safe with that. Let's come on back this direction. I was able to go over the hill that time without any trouble, which is nice. Actually, I think I'm going to go to a different difficulty level. So I think I probably do better. Well, not do better, but it would make more sense to me. Oh, look, a bag. Nice. Just a small bag, but I'll take it. Move that over, too. Interrogating says you're probably right. I've not tested the proofiness of summon bags since 2000-ish. Yeah, it's, I mean, hopefully it won't lose everything, but that would be very unfortunate if it did, so I will not take that risk. Somehow lost to the Shadow Knight. I think he ran, yes, he ran away. Okay, we got a chipped bone rod from him that time. Let's auto merge. And, I guess we will loot it. Definitely need that Shadow Knight to drop some keys. At least I thought that Knight dropped keys. Maybe I'm wrong. Somebody else drops keys and I'm just been going the wrong way this whole time. Basically. You never know. Nothing in there. Oh, there's the well. Now you can fall down the well. And if you do, there's like level 16s down there waiting for you. I could try the level 16s. To make sure I didn't get the key. Didn't. Thought I didn't. Or I feared I didn't. Let's go this way. Maybe. Nothing doing in there. I was about this one now. This might be the place where there's no, I don't think so. There's one of these areas that has a hole in the floor, but I think that's in the next level down. Definitely hole in here. Well, hey, I made it and made it through his open door. I didn't think that I would, but it did. It's great. Interrogator says, I think it's Shadow Knight. Yes, I think so as well. About to make it to level 11, looks like. The zombie also tried to run around behind me. How rude. Notice that my damage over time didn't take on him either. Doesn't seem that the undead are particularly caring about return to birth. They're not interested in how you smell, pretty sure. Okay, let's try this. Gonna get a few of them on us, but I'm not too worried about that. Let's try switching to the initiate and getting something going on with them. Also, we want to try to interrupt him, probably. This pet is casting things. I notice that I'm on an imbalanced stance. I think I want an evasive stance. Thank you for the follow. Now we shall try the greater skeleton. And he's a warrior, so use slam liberally on him. If I can learn to time this better, it'll help. Should be able to cast like cross drift while the melee stuff is down. That's the cut. We want the actual apprentice. So here we go. And would also be good to get more dots going on different guys. In the meanwhile, if possible. Again, the this particular dot isn't doing wonderfully on the undead, it seems. And I don't know if it's because they're undead and maybe they have resistances to that sort of thing, which would make sense, or if it's that just that I'm not very skilled at it yet, possibly. We got two warriors we're fighting. And that'll pop up over there about the leveling. So I haven't chosen a deity yet, and I don't know what difference it makes. I think I had chosen Cosmic Thule last time. It says your primary class and deity are about to become locked. This means that you'll be unable to change these within class loadouts until you unlock additional classes and deities through untapped potential achievements or by using unlocked tokens. If you choose not to proceed, you can still edit your loadouts, but you will not be able to exceed probably level 10 until you confirm your current selections. Primal class Berserker, deity Gnostic. Would you like to confirm these selections? Sure, I suppose so. I don't think it'll matter greatly right now because this is just a temporary thing. I mean, we're on the pre-order beta. It'll only last a couple more weeks, so there's no real need to get too persnickety about it right now. Above the chemist says I've not played since 2007, although I have played on P99 since then. I could definitely be wrong about the tent bags. If I can remember when I'm on tonight, I'll test them. Awesome. I may find out soon. Who knows? Have some chick bone rods. I don't really know what those are for, but I get them periodically in here. Let's go ahead and try to do something about this necro guy here. Too far away, and we need to get closer, it tells me. Seems... Oh, I got him crouched. Aha! Very good. I think. Maybe. I'm not sure. Let's try this guy. No, you all hate me. Okay, what have I done? Am I crouched again? I'm in a room where I have to be crouched. That's what's going on. Alright, alright. Let's try to get out of here. Oh no! I turned around and got stunned. It's terrible. Alright, now. We stand up here. No. Yes? Alright, great. No. No, things are bad. This way? Getting destroyed here. What a shame. It's like I could stand for a second and then it recrouches. Okay. Just turn my back on him and I'm walking away. Not putting up with any of this. I'm gonna come down here and get killed. Like this instead. Let's switch to a balanced stance. See if we can kill any of these guys before we die. Probably not, honestly. It's not good. Alright. Unfortunate. Alright, so respawn. This is good because it'll give me an opportunity, first of all, to see the phantom bag did make it through the respawns. That's good. Now let's see about difficulty level. We're gonna pick a difficulty. We move difficulty level 2 here, or yeah, you know what? Let's do 3. And Jaredine says, "Yeah, I don't think I'll go Ogre's trolls because of that. Understandable. It's definitely an issue. But at level 15, I'm gonna get shrink, and it's gonna be phenomenal. For now, it's not phenomenal, but it will be. Better put my buffs on before I go running in, most likely. Let's load the spell set. Buffs. Oh, Bucket Joy says, I think I heard that anything in the tent bag vanishes forever with the bag. So, alright, so that's two who have heard vanishing forever. So, good to know. In that case, we'll keep that in mind. Alright. Oh yeah, I got the buffs memorized, but I didn't actually put them on, nor did I switch back to the adventure. And Caradune says, I'm thinking Erudite and do Warrens on first trio. I don't know Warrens. Then Black Burrow. Then maybe Befallen will calm down. I'll prefer not to run solo instances. Yeah, I'm not interested in solo instances either. But we'll see. Okay, now let's load the spell set Adventuring. Also, it occurs to me that I did just level, so it's possible that I have new things that I'll want to have on the adventuring bot. So I should check that out before I go any further as well. I would like to be able to have Chords of Dissonance casting, but can't do it along with the other things. Gotta make decisions, you know? Okay, what new things might I have? And what is Burst of Flame exactly? Let's check that out. Creates a ball of fire that burns your target, doing between 5 and 5 damage. So we got 5 damage from that. Let's see about that rift thing. If we can find that. How much does it do? Frost Drift does 29 damage. I think I'll keep the 29 over the 5. I grant you, one's fire and one's ice. Might make a difference. Okay, so I think nothing really new going on here. Excellent. Interrogating says it's Kobolds by Aerodot's starting city, like running eye for halflings. Okay, Kobolds by Aerodot's starting city. So let's see, there was a Caladim in EverQuest 2, and I know that in this, Caladim is like a dwarf city. Is that what I'm thinking of? I think so. Hydrate. Good plan. I'll do so in a moment. Paladin and Butcher Blocker. That is what I was thinking of then, yeah. I just was like, did I say the wrong thing? Yeah. In EverQuest 2, it's a dungeon. Things don't go well for those dwarves out there. Let's kill this random plague rat who's just standing here, minding his own business. Intelligence is Aerodot's by Kinos via boat. Yes. Okay. I have to be more careful about attacking things in areas that haven't been through with this. It's no good. No good at all. Looks like we have 2 warriors here. This one's a warrior berserker. Maybe I should actually kill him first. That would make sense. Berserkers are a little higher, a lot higher DPS, and so it might make sense to do that. Also, how is the sound coming through? How's the voice today? So I made some changes on the volume, and I don't know if that went well or not. Too quiet, too loud. Or no opinions. Interrogating says everything is fine. Excellent. Alright. So difficulty 3 is going okay so far. I was doing difficulty 2 in closed beta pretty regularly in here. I was a little bit higher level when I started doing that, but I feel like I'm beginning to learn how to play this game. Okay, we got a skeletal rod +3 here. Auto merge loot. And we still don't have the key to go that direction, so instead let's go this direction. Above the chemist says, according to the EQL Discord, the tent bag won't vanish, but it will lose its weight reduction benefits. Really? So I get to keep the bag. That's cool. Try ATC. ATC. What are you talking about? So now, if the tip bag doesn't vanish at all, then what makes it temporary? Just the benefits are temporary? Necro neophyte going on in here. Alright, stuck in combat. Whenever you fight a summoner and you kill the mage, but not his summoned pet, then you get stuck in combat. Alright, so we need to get this guy and pull him out of here is what we need to do. Let's open the door and then cast this on the playground. Could we even back out the door and then cast it? But I think we got time. So that hopefully we can come back into this room, stand up, and be able to fight in here. Get on that neophyte and try to interrupt him occasionally, like that. Alright. Yeah, that's definitely awesome. Silver stud +3. Can't merge it, it says here. Why is that? No valid merge. Well, yeah, we can't merge it yet, I suppose. Let's turn on auto merge in a minute. Okay, and then move back this direction a little bit. Try to make our way for this Shadow Knight here. Get on the neophyte. He summoned his pet. I'm not sure what he was casting. I tried to interrupt it, whatever it was, but no good whatsoever. This guy is a Shadow Knight, of course. You know, the Shadow Knight is a Shadow Knight, shockingly. Oh, look, we got the wooden key. Great. Alright, now, you only need one wooden key. One of each of the keys in order to get around. Let's move some of this stuff over. Just in case. Don't wanna risk losing stuff. Silver stud. I wonder, do I have both earrings on? I don't. So ear. Yes. Okay, excellent. So, 2 earrings now in the slots. Let's throw these things over here. And now we don't need to worry about that, even though EQL Discord says it won't disappear. Now we will know for sure that ours won't disappear. But I'll feel a little less compelled to move things out of that bag. It's kind of interesting, though. Let's get these both in front of me instead of having to worry about being stunned so much. keep seeing the skeletal excavator casting something, and I keep thinking it's the guy I'm fighting who's casting something. So what he's casting is called Life Spike. Don't know what Life Spike is, but it sounds like a heal of some kind. I don't like it one bit. However, I don't seem to be able to interrupt it, unfortunately. Or at least I haven't been able to yet. This could change. Okay, we got a cloth choker +3. I had to turn toward the rat, as it turned out. And try to heal up a little bit before we go after the skeleton rod. Might get somebody else coming in and jumping in on him before I get to him, but that's okay. If it happens, it happens. No big deal. We'll see. I won't wait too terribly long. I suppose I could heal myself. That wouldn't be the worst plan ever. I forgot about the heal. Having it. Could use some practice on it anyway. And have plenty of power to use. Okay. Now let's attack him. He's a warrior. So we will continue to use slam on him regularly. And we've got more of the skeleton rods. Let's auto merge. Yeah. Let's look at them. Where are they at? Skeleton rods. Right here. What do they do? These are chipped bone rods. That's not what I was thinking of. Maybe it's this. Skeleton rod +4. Yes. Yeah, we have on a significantly better. And we don't have this key. We have the wooden key, which I think goes to, is it this door? Or maybe I already went this way. Maybe it's the other, I'm not sure. Could be either one. Okay. Let's start on this putrid skeleton here, and probably that neophyte, yes. Neophyte as well. Let's move back a little bit. You know, I guess, and then forward, and who knows, maybe some more forward. See if we can get that dot going on him. And then maybe a dot on his friend over here as well. You life tap successfully, unfortunately. That's okay. I think life tap takes life. I don't know, maybe it takes life from me. Gives it to him? I think so. Gotta get into the right location so that I can actually cast stuff. Oh, right, the motes with minor potential. All those short safe motes. I forgot to use those this whole time so far. Okay. I should probably do that in a moment. Let's go ahead in here. See if anything is colorful. Just the one blue playground, I suppose. Colorful things here. I go through all the doors, definitely through that one. Which ones have I not gone in this time down? Okay, I missed the one on the other end, I think. Maybe not. Got both of those. Let's check over here. You come through here. And get these guys done. Put some dots on both of these. Me as well. Tried to interrupt that putrid skeleton. I'm not sure exactly what he was doing, but I figured he was up to no good, right? But unfortunately, my interrupt did not work. Again, he cast something I missed. I do notice that the tainted breath is not taking on him. He's a shaman. A warrior shaman. And this guy is just a straight up warrior. No shaman to him. It is 2:30 p.m. I'll have to take a bit of a break and get some food, I think. Very good. Pretty soon. Let's see that. I have my bag automatically going off on one of my movement keys, just to get the skill up while I'm going through doing things, and so far it hasn't caused me any troubles. My understanding is that on a failed bag you can end up getting attacked. But that's okay. Hasn't happened yet. And I had thought that you got forage at level 12, only to discover that forage is actually one of the things you acquire through AA points. So maybe I was level 12 when I got it. But that's not the level. There's no level dependency on it. So you could theoretically have gotten forage much sooner. That was the first thing you put your AA points into. I think it costs 3 AA points for one level. Okay, let's make our way back toward the front here. See how the food and drink are going. I still have 3 skins of milk left. That's promising. Being attacked by a large plague rat. Guess I'll deal with that. But yeah, I would switch this water flask with this necklace just in case anything untoward happens. Got a chat over here that I didn't see happen. Oh, interesting. Accept RQ. What's an RQ? Request? Augustus says all yours, big boy. Man, I missed so many tells. So terrible at noticing this chat system. Just click the Q there. I told them I did not see their message. Right, let's get this random cracked skeleton and his friend as well. Okay. Justice tells you, and I'm too old to remember what I sent you. LOL. It was almost an hour ago, I think, or maybe 30 minutes ago. Over 30 minutes ago, what I can tell. Interrogating says, what server are you on? I believe I'm on Myriad server. All right, so I'm going to call it for now. I'm going to check in here. We only have the water that we'll lose if we lose anything. Now, if the Discord is correct, then we should be able to keep the bag and not lose the water. But if we lose the water, we lose the water, right? And as far as the gear on, obviously I've got it in the bag, so I can replace that. I just have to remember to do it. Myriad, yes, I believe so. Let me type that in here. Myriad server. Should be correct. And this one being an ogre started in Oggok. Okay, Now, I'm going to go ahead and call it for now. And it was fun chatting with you guys. Hope you enjoyed the stream as well. If you're not following me yet, be sure to follow me so that you can turn on notifications. See you the next time that I go live. Hopefully, I will see you then. I plan to get back on later today if all goes well. So I will see you then.